Are you currently involved in a reference cooperative?
Yes, we are. We participate in two. Research Help Now is a group of academic libraries in Michigan, both university and community college partners, and we also participate in the OCLC 24/7 Academic Cooperative. And both of these virtual services we use Question Point software, and we staff both Research Help Now and OCLC 24/7 Academic Cooperative simultaneously.
What is the primary benefit of being involved in cooperative reference?
A major benefit is that we offer virtual service 24/7. At MSU, we generally staff the service 20 hours a week, but we get the benefit of 24/7 coverage, which is something we would not be able to afford to do on our own.
Do you think your patrons receive the same quality service from librarians that don't work for your institution?
Well, it depends. If an external librarian is engaged and dedicated to quality service, then they're going to be familiar with the resources available at that library. It can be a challenge to describe effective search strategies in databases that they cannot see, but a good virtual reference librarian will be able to do that with ease. Also, a quality referral is a good answer. If it's a question that can best be answered by a subject specialist, then a good virtual reference librarian will provide the contact information for that subject specialist at the patron's home institution to them, rather than just telling them to contact the main reference desk. Our software allows for us to refer a question directly to a subject specialist, so the burden isn't on the patron to contact that librarian. We recently did an assessment of our virtual reference service, and we found that librarians from other institutions actually rated a little bit higher in terms of service quality than our home librarians.
Interesting. So a librarian really can't know all of the nuances of an unfamiliar library.
No, they can't, but Question Point provides a policies page, which is a cheat sheet, so that the librarian answering the question can be familiarized with the services and resources available at that library. And follow-up plays a critical role as well. We review our transcripts daily to see if there's additional information that we can offer to the patron. And we have found that the vast majority of the surveys we receive, the patrons say that they are very pleased with the service they've received, even if that includes the question being answered by a librarian from another institution.
Do you staff your physical reference desk and monitor chat reference at the same time?
We do not, because our reference services are just too busy to do so. We do have some smaller partners, however, in our Research Help Now cooperative that will staff both their desk and their chat service at the same time, because they simply don't have the staff to do it separately. However, when you're staffing these services at the same time, it can mean that the virtual reference patron gets a little bit shortchanged in terms of response time or effectiveness of instruction in the transaction. We believe that virtual patrons have as much right to the librarian's full attention as an in-person patron.
How do you train a new collaborative librarian?
At MSU, I usually have a new librarian shadow me on a few of my chat shifts so they can see how the service works, and then I will watch them for a few shifts until they're comfortable doing it on their own. We also have training materials on the Research Help Now website. We have a best practices checklist and a behavioral checklist. And OCLC's Question Point has a blog and reference training materials as well. And then RUSA, of course, has their behavioral guidelines and cooperative guidelines as well. So for more experienced librarians, we provide continuing education on a regular basis, either through our institution or through Research Help Now or Question Point.
What guidelines do you find most practical in terms of trying to improve service quality?
The Research Help Now Virtual Behaviors Checklist is very helpful to us. It's tailored to our service and it includes practical information about the expectations, including behavioral expectations for our librarians. Examples include asking patrons what sources they've checked, what they are seeing on their screens, and if they are satisfied with the answer that they've received. And it also includes information about selecting appropriate follow-up codes so that home institutions can contact the patron and provide additional assistance if necessary.